And in the top right, Zimp is red. Alright. So, Zimp did not fall into the trap of just sticking with one build. He mixed it up with very positive results. I think Sheepdog was once again trying to hard counter a fast mech style, going for the Hydralisk Den that quickly off of 2 Ash Mutalisk. And against Bio, it just did not work at all.
Yeah, especially with the late upgrade, I think that has been a big issue as well. But I think what would be cool right now if Zimp is doing like an 8 Rex on the outside. Now it's obviously already too late, but I don't think Sheepdog would have expected such a build. Oh, he's going for 9 pool anyway, so that would have failed. So I didn't say anything.
Fair enough. Alright.
Did Sheepdog like build this opening, use this opening in every match, right? I think so.
In both the other games, he went 1 Rax, then expansion, then fast gas. That is the Zimp build at this point.
Yeah.
I think that this map could work out well for Sheepdog, though. Sheepdog seems to really like his lurkers. And Zimp really likes to get a fast expansion, but then not get another expansion, and just stick on his very safe bases. I mean, he got a 3rd base in the last game, but that was just because it was a backdoor. And he never really got outside of his base at any point to expand.
Yeah, that was pretty funny.
So if you combine those two things on this map, it's looking pretty likely that we get into a situation where Sheepdog contains with lurkers on the high ground, and Zimp just doesn't move out, because he's content on 2 bases. So I think, based on the styles we've seen from both players, this is the kind of map that Sheepdog would like to have. Now, firstlings are out, and 4 of them are going to ignore the eBay. Other ones coming back to take it out. Not going to delay Sheepdog too much here. Not even going to hit at 400 before being able to throw down the hatchery. So no big issue. We'll see how long he's able to keep the scouting SCV alive this time, as the Lings threaten to move in, but 4 SCVs on the ramp. Possibly excessive, but certainly enough to keep out the 4 Lings. Normally when you're doing blocks like this, you can put 3 SCVs here, and then however many Marines behind. If you're feeling a little bit risky, you can barely get away with 2 in most circumstances. In this case, I think he was just using that 4th SCV because he was going to have 1 build command center anyway, so I got there a little bit early. That's fine. Not an issue. Zimp. Once again, getting a little bit lazy with his scouting, and instead of just constantly moving the SCV around, he tried to hide it in the corner so that he could scout a little bit later. Sheepdog a little bit too smart for that, though. Snuffs it out. He's going to be picking off that SCV.
And he's going for the exact same opening as you mentioned.
Yep. Well, worked really well last game, so
yeah.
Gonna go back to it. So what we're expecting to see from him is he will... Actually, this isn't the same build. Last time...
It isn't?
Last time he got the 2nd barracks before the academy, or the eBay for that matter. But this game, he's going to delay that 2nd barracks a long time.
No, that's true. Now he's doing it. No. Yes. No.
Should be going that sometime here. I mean, why not make a lap around the barracks?
Yeah, that's pretty funny.
Sure, man. SCVs need their exercise too.
Yeah, indeed.
Yes. There it is. Overlord taking a little bit of damage from the bunker, but nothing too serious. So, the upgrades will be a little bit faster this time. I don't think the faster upgrades will make too much of a difference. Because last time Sheepdog went 2H Mutalisk, and the upgrades were still in a good in a good amount of time. So, unless he's going for some kind of big attack here, I mean, Stim's almost halfway done. +1 already started, and he got a Fire Bat before Medic. Certainly an indication that he wants to be aggressive here.
Yeah, definitely.
Conventional Terran logic is to get your medics as soon as possible, because when you have so few medics, they need to spread their energy out among all the Marines, so you want them to have as much energy as possible to do so in the early game. That's why you typically don't get the Fire Bat until a little bit later, because you would rather use your time on medics, but let's see how it works. He's going to attack with 7 Marines, 1 Fire Bat, 2 medics. Certainly going to get Sheepdog to make more than 1 Sunken. Unless he wants to defend with Hydralisks. Yet again, we see that fast Hydralisk den. And no, he won't be defending with Hydralisk. It is going to be Sunken Colonies. But 2 of the Sunken Colonies won't be in time. The Creep Colony's just barely going to finish before the Marines arrive.
Yeah,
the
stim it and go. Come on, come on.
There's the stim, and there's the go. Marines, Firebats going in. The Zerglings actually doing a pretty good job there for considering how much stuff there was to kill them. The Sunkens are going to be just barely in time. So close to taking a lot of Marine losses there. But does manage to pick off an Overlord, picked off a Sunken Colony and some Zerglings. Not a terrible attack for Zimp there. But, just seconds away. Seconds away from being able to bust the front.
I think what could have been awesome, but I don't think in this situation I would realize that as well. Just to, after he killed the first thing, just to try to run by with, like, I think he has had like 6 or 7 Marines left on that point, so a run by can be very nice in these situations. That would have been a cool move, I think.
Alright. So Zimp's going fast +1 into 2 fact with a starport?
Pretty.
Huh.
Now he's cancelling the second one.
Okay. Yo, Zimp, I have no idea what the fuck you're doing. But I got faith in you, bro. Let's see it. I want to see how this is executed.
We got 2 Zerglings to run by, but yeah.
Zergling does get the scout off, and that's a pretty powerful scout. To scout out that your opponent has a factory and a starport and is getting the control tower. Almost certainly, it has to be drops at this point. It has to be drops.
Which is also funny, he picked off the SUV, which built the depot, and now he's stuck on supply. Now he realizes it and puts another SUV on it. Yeah, some mutas taking off some economy right there at the natural.
Pretty good turret placement though, and actually getting a little bit of repair on that one turret that was focusing down. The Mutalisks have not been able to do a whole lot of damage here. Hasn't exactly lost any either, but 2 of them are very low health. There we go. Now taking out a couple of Mutalisks. Huh.
But I think he did a decent damage right there.
Yeah.
Only 5 SUVs left.
Okay. Pretty good damage. Like, trading 8 Mutalisks. Or, not 8 Mutalisks, sorry. 8 SCVs for 3 Mutalisks. Pretty good. Pretty good.
I don't know.
So, I guess it's not for drops. He's just going to get that fast science facility and go for, go for a science vessel. Once again, canceling a building? That time a barracks, almost certainly. Guess a canceling fiend today. Alright, so Sheepdog does have his lurkers out. And Zimp... Ooh. This is scary for Zimp. He doesn't have his first tank. There we go. First tank just out now. First science vessel also just coming out now. So he's probably going to push as soon as the science vessel comes out. But if his first attack does not go very well, then Sheepdog's going to have the lurkers to just contain Zimp. And Zimp's going to be in a world of hurt. The Mutalisks are going in once again. Unfortunately for Zimp, he had just killed that one turret that was doing so much damage to the Mutalisks right before they arrived for round 2. Able to pick off a lot of SCVs there. Not a lot, but four or so, with no casualties at all.
Now he's going with 3 lurkers, but don't think. If Zimp does realize it, ouch.
Alright. Well, it should have been a little bit worse than it was, but Zimp lost 5 Marines. And now, the Mutalisks. Oh, the Mutalisks! The Mutalisks! The Mutalisks! Oh, boy. That was a lot of damage. A lot of damage on those Mutalisks. Man. Sheepdog wanted to try to challenge the Lurker and the Science Vessel that couldn't get too... Excuse me, the tank and the Science Vessel that couldn't use too much of a Marine escort because the Marines didn't want to get that close to the Lurker. But I guess Sheepdog wasn't expecting his Mutalisk to get irradiated. And man, that did a lot of damage. It takes a lot of punch out of whatever Sheepdog is going to do next. Which could be another bust attempt. Oh. Sheepdog with his Lurker-ling Mutalisk busts. This time I don't think it's going to work out. He could get a really nice attack angle off on Zimp, because Zimp is just moving out now. But 2 Science Vessels, 2 tanks? This is going to be hard. Doesn't look like he has too many medics, though. Just 2? Yeah, it looks like just 2 medics with this army. Oh, man. Hold Lurkers. Oh, we can't do hold Lurkers or Science Vessels. Hold Lurkers would be a terrible idea.
Yeah.
Alright. And it looks like Sheepdog realizes engaging probably isn't the best option here. Well, Zimp has established a 3rd base he could take. Pretty easy 3rd bases on Sniper's Ridge. So taking that right here won't be too much of an issue for him once he finally gets out there.
Oh, he's going for 3 factories right now. Oh, 4 overall.
4 fact? Okay. I don't understand it, but alright. Okay. So, if you ignore the fast academy and ignore the fast starport, Zimp is kind of doing like a fast +1 Marine build transition into mech. Like, that's the kind of vibe I'm getting right now.
Yeah.
A little bit. It's weird. Zimp's really just taking bits and pieces of a lot of different Terran strategies and somehow weaving them together into a pretty decent build. I mean, he's doing well in this game. Zerg has eclipsed him in supply, though. It's a little bit of an issue. And really, Zerg wouldn't be eclipsing him in supply if Zimp had just expanded. I think that's the biggest mistake Zimp's making right now. Just not taking that 3rd base when it'd be so easy to take. But we'll see. Oh, those tanks are getting really far forward, and now Sheepdog gonna move in. There's no support for the tanks. The Marines are so far back. Oh, Zimp! Zimp, what are you doing? Oh man, he was getting pretty forward with those tanks a couple of times, and finally Sheepdog's gonna make him pay for it. Now, lots of irradiates going down. A lot of these lurkers are going to die. Is it gonna be enough? No.
Wow.
No, +1 Marines. Too strong. And it doesn't matter that he didn't have a huge tank force. If you can get that many irradiates off and get that many Marine shots off before the lurkers can burrow, everything's gonna be fine. Defiler Mount is done. Consume's on the way. Oh, but man, that looked like it should have been such a crushing victory for Sheepdog, and Zimp managed to turn it around. Very nice.
But seems like he's going for a backstep again, but we got a drop in the main base of Sheepdog, taking off the Defiler Mount. So that will be very annoying.
Interesting you brought a fire bat with him.
Come on! No! Please kill it, come on.
Oh, one Marine. One Marine's going
Come
back
on.
for it. Yes,
Yes.
the one Marine. Heroic Marine, just barely getting it before Consume finished even. So if he did get a Defiler after Defiler, he's still going to be worthless for a little while. Oh, very nice. Good situational awareness by Zimp there. But really...
And the Marines are still taking off drones.
Oh, wow. These Marines do have a lot of kills at this point. Finally, Zergling's coming back. But the Zerglings aren't able to get a good attack arc. There we go. Finally taking out those Marines. Very nice drop. Didn't look like it was going to do that much, but turned out to do a whole lot. Now a Vulture drop coming in. Overlords clearly saw the Vultures. Scourge... No. The Scourge could have even seen it, but... Oh, Sheepdog. Sheepdog now has to deal with Vultures. You can get the Vultures behind the mineral lines. This is not a map where the minerals are pressed up against the wall. Eventually. Alright, here we go. Oh, he doesn't have speed. He got mines before speed.
Yeah.
So, will he be able to actually get any of these mines off? Zerglings are pretty good at killing mines before they're able to set, and it looks like these Vultures are actually not going to be able to do a whole lot. Well, no, they killed off all the Zerglings. And now have a chance to go for the drones? Zimp's attention seemed to be diverted elsewhere for these, and he's not focusing on the drones. Doesn't manage to pick off a couple. So, not as successful as the last drop, but still doing a little something. I think this is where Zimp was spending most of his attention during that drop, trying to deal with lurkers up on the high ground of this expansion. Ultra's Cavern is done over here, and a nice canal on the way. Is that the first Nidus or the second Nidus? This is the first Nidus. So, but most of the lurkers are dead. Zimp moving up. That Nidus still needs a little bit longer to make. Wherever he's trying to make it, looks like in the natural. But Sheepdog might just go for yet another backstab. Mutalist moving in, going for a little bit later of a Mutalist transition. There's actually a good number of Goliaths to try to hold them off, so the Mutalists themselves won't do anything. Will he go in with this big Lurker Ling Force? SCVs do not see it. Zimp still hasn't expanded. Now I don't know if he has the opportunity to anymore, but he really needs to as he's almost mined out. It looks like he might be trying to up at this. You know what? I said he really needs to. He has 5k.
Yeah,
he doesn't need to. It'll be fine. Meanwhile, Marines are able to take out this base. Nice canal does not do anything to help out. Doing a little bit of mine drag action with the Lings. Doesn't quite work out. Gets a little... I think we managed to kill a Marine with that. But Sheepdog going in. Is he finally going to attack? Mine it? Oh, that mine should have done a lot more damage. Still more mines going off. It's actually taken out a lot of the Lings here. But that's so many lurkers. Can lurkers win this for Sheepdog unsupported here? They're going to have a lot of trouble with the mines, but... Oh, the mines! The mines! Oh, big mine hit. Killing 2, injuring 2 more. But now Ultralisk and Zerglings coming in. The Zerglings do have their crack. Sheepdog without good upgrades yet again. But it might not matter as there are lurkers in the main. Barracks, I think they were already lifted up as he was transitioning into mech. Oh, and so many SCVs are dying. These lurkers doing great damage at this point. There are tanks, there are Goliaths out. With the Science Vessel support, it shouldn't be that long. Oh, wow, that many SCVs going down to the lurkers as they try to transfer out. That base just barely mining out now. Man, Sheepdog. It looks like Sheepdog going to be able to push this, advance on to the next round. Possibly? There is a siege tank up here. Zimp still does have a lot of money in the bank to make things happen with a lot of factories. Oh man, but this attack has done so much damage. Like, all Sheepdog needs to do is kill off this base. You just need to kill off that lone command center with no SCVs and everything will be fine.
If Zimp still managed to win this, I'm going to cry so badly.
I'm gonna cry tears of joy if Zimp manages to come back and win this, because it's one of the greatest games I've ever seen.
Wow.
Yo, to be fair, Sheepdog had an insurmountable lead versus Bakuryu in Gambit Cup 1 week, and managed to lose it. Who knows?
I haven't seen that.
Oh, it was great. It was like a 40-minute long ZVZ, and Sheepdog won it in the first 10 minutes. Bakuryu just refused to GG and came back. Quote, it was like I was a puppy being kicked repeatedly. Bakuryu. That was the greatest quote. I love that line. And these Lings are going to find this base. There's nothing that can be done. There's nothing in the bunker. The SCVs are going to try to transfer through, but Hydralisks are going to pick them all off. No, bring in barracks reinforcements. Try to help out the command center. Oh, moving one of the barracks away. Doesn't need to lose that to the Hydralisk.
That command center at his natural is also burning. I hope he repairs it in time.
I don't think he's gonna notice. I was gonna say it doesn't matter, he can just lift the one in his main, but that's his only scan. So maybe he doesn't want to lift the only one in his main. Oh, is it worth 400 minerals for scan?
Ah, losing to I mean science vessels.
Yeah, caught that.
Ah, he prepares it. Good God.
Okay.
That's good.
So he's getting a repair on that. Does transfer down his few SCVs left. He does not have a whole lot of SCVs at this point. He does have a bunch of Goliaths and tanks with one attack upgrade. And hidden expansion over at, excuse me, over on the left side. Will these Hydralisks see it? Not yet. This is definitely what, excuse me, this is definitely what Sheepdog should be doing. He should just have a Ling or an Overlord at every base. Because he realizes that Zimp's in a hard spot. Zimp has to be mined out in his base, and Sheepdog should know that. All he needs to do is just prevent Zimp from doing this. This is the only way Zimp can get back into this game. Is with a hidden command center or two. Maybe he even needs two. Zimp trying to do a little bit of harass with some vultures. I like the idea. If you have an excess of minerals, and you don't have a whole lot else to spend your APM on, why not go for a little bit of late game vulture harass? Try to get something done. Man. Sheepdog. Oh, he's going for it. Yes, Sheepdog's going for it. As soon as the command center finishes, not even going to give Zimp a chance to cancel it. And I don't think that there's any way that command center is going to get out of there. The Hydralisks should be able to pick it off. Even if they don't completely pick it off, it'll be in red. And with no SCVs anywhere close, it'll just burn down. The Hydralisks could have done a little bit more damage there. Probably could have finished it off outright. But Zimp's going for an attack. That's a pretty scary force, considering Zimp's position. It's a lot of Goliaths. Some vultures, a good number of tanks. They have siege mode. Oh man, I think he's gonna try to land the command center, then build an SCV, and then repair it. I don't know if he has enough time to do that, but we're gonna see.
Oh, we have a fight. Yeah. Oh my God.
We have something that kind of resembled a fight, but a fight where one player takes absolutely no damage. Zimp just completely murders lots of unupgraded Hydralisks and Lings. You still do need Swarm, Sheepdog. You're not quite that far ahead that you can ignore Swarm. The command center is still burning down.
Oh,
that SCV.
He's going to lose so many drones. Oh no, he saves them. Okay. But wow, this isn't looking too good for Sheepdog anymore.
Pretty sure this SCV is the Joker. He just likes to watch the world burn. Could totally save that command center. Gives him... Oh, there we go. He's gonna repair it. Alright. So... Somehow, Zimp is able to organize a very scary attack. Plague going down on an injured tank and a Goliath. Oh, he's able to orchestrate this very scary attack. Sheepdog, he needs swarm. He needs really good swarms at this point. And he'll be fine.
But look at this small drone count he's mining with on his last base left. So it's about, yeah, not even 10 drones.
I don't know, man. Compare how many minerals Zimp has left. That's like... It's about... It's less than 700 minerals.
Yeah,
left.
but look at how much he banked, so that's good.
Wow. Okay, you're mining off of one half depleted base. You managed to get back up to 25k. Still, you should be able to chew through that pretty quickly. You have the factories to chew through it pretty quickly. I almost feel at this point the Zimp is like, well, I don't want to spend my money. I need to save my money in case I can't actually get an expo going. And he built 5 SCVs out of that command center. See, like, he's gonna proxy the command center to build SCVs to attack something? I don't even know. Whatever.
Oh, he's taking off the Defiler with his vultures. Nice move. Down at 6 o'clock.
Man.
Yeah,
I have to say,
small.
Zimp has the absolute scariest 80 supply army I have ever seen in my life. Because that army is terrifying for 80 supply.
Yeah. That is true.
It's like, that's so many tanks that Swarm isn't even a deciding factor anymore. You need good Swarm and a good attack path. And a decent sized army. And Sheepdog, he does have this expansion. He's taking Zimp's third. That's one ballsy place for a hidden expo.
Yeah.
Whatever, man. What works? Zimp isn't gonna take that expansion.
Oh, but this small drone count, look how slow the money is going up.
An interesting move from Zimp. He actually pulled back his entire mech force to defend these 2 expos. I think Zimp just seems to want to turtle in a little bit here. Lurkers attacking transferring SCVs does not get too many of them. But it looks like Zimp just wants to play defensively now. He's gonna give Sheepdog a little bit of breathing room. Oh, it's a risky move. I mean, he really does need to get those expansions up, but you're not going to be punishing the Sin Expo from Sheepdog. Sheepdog may even be able to take 9 o'clock. And you're allowing Sheepdog to orchestrate a similarly very strong army for how small economy he has. I mean, that looks like a pretty scary army from Zerg. Not quite as scary as the Terran army, but got your Ultralisk, you have 4 Defilers. I mean, that's like 4 Swarms and 2 Plagues. Ugh.
We got a random science vessel flying around at 6 o'clock. It's going to die.
Not for long. Nope. Okay, he managed to get one radiate off. Probably not worth it, but at least get something. Vulture harass. Don't know which way the Vulture harass is going. Both players.
But what is interesting again that Sheepdog doesn't upgrade anymore. He has 1 upgrade on armor, and the Terran almost got 3 upgrades done. Yeah, just finished.
I was about to say that too, that both players were at 1-0 for their army, and then Zimp now with 1-1 about to be 2-1. So Zimp is going to really establish a nice advantage. I mean, he doesn't even have the Ultralisk upgrades. for armor, and not speed either. Those are slow Ultralisks.
Oh, yeah.
This game, man. It's like, instead of a no rush 20-minute game, they had like a, alright, no rush 25 to 35 minutes. You can totally attack for like the first 25 minutes, but then we're gonna take a gentleman's agreement to not attack for a little while. We're just both gonna macro up really hard. As hard as they can. Off of their faltering economies. Yo, shoutouts to Zimp. He was under 500 minerals for a second there.
Wow. Okay.
Congratulations to him. It turns out when you're not moving your army, you're not doing absolutely anything with your army at all, you can macro pretty effectively.
Yeah,
good on you.
so.
Good on you.
Yeah, but as you mentioned, the Ultradis doesn't have the speed upgrade, so yeah, I think he's going in now, but
there's a swarm.
Going to be. Oh, but that's a lot of Ultradis. I don't know.
It's got to come down to the swarm of the plagues.
He's
got to get good swarms off. Where are the swarms? There's a swarm. There's a pretty good swarm. There's a great swarm, and man, that is a lot of Ultralisk damage. There's the plague, the money plague. So many Goliaths, multiple tanks, and they're getting stuck on the ramp. They can't attack up. He's still going to lose a bunch of Ultralisks because he didn't attack from this direction at the same time, but it's going to be enough stuff to just overwhelm Zimp's initial force. But here comes a control group of tanks to help out against the Ultralisks. Ultralisks do now have their armor upgrade. They're at 3-0. And
meanwhile, Zimp cleaned off the economy at the 9 o'clock expansion of Zimp. Of Sheepdog, excuse me.
Discovering one of the hidden bases. There's still the one right next to him. It looks like a lift. Oh, uh-oh. There was a lift on the command center and all the SCVs were pulled away, but now they're transferring back. Nope. Now they're returning. Accidentally going to kill some of his own SCVs there, but did not lose too many.
Oh, plague on the science vessel.
On a bunch of the science vessels. And Scourge coming in. You have to wait a little. Okay. That would have been hilarious if he came in with the Scourge and hit them before they got under 110 health.
Yeah.
And they still lived even with the plague. Now Zimp, he had a bunch of Goliaths, now doesn't have too many. If he's going to continue to make Goliaths are not very good at dealing with Scourge. A lot of times they'll shoot their rockets off, but the rockets won't hit the Scourge before the Scourge hit the science vessels. So that's something to watch out for if he doesn't have a huge number of Goliaths just around. But Zimp is reestablishing, trying to get some mines down at that fourth base of his. Sheepdog, how close is Sheepdog to being mined out? He's got a little ways to go. He's got a little ways to go at his one good mining base. Oh, but a vulture discovers that Sheepdog has actually taken that base, and now the floodgates have opened. More and more vultures are just going to come in. There are some Hydralisks to defend, so vultures alone not going to get the job done, at least not in that small of numbers. Going to take some tanks, possibly Goliaths, to actually take this out. But Sheepdog, he's kind of obligated to defend this a little bit. He's thrown down the sunken. New egg, that's another drone. That's probably not the best idea at this point. I don't know how much longer this base is going to live. Oh, man. Science vessels! Oh! That's an example of the Scourge being good at picking up the science vessels. There was no reason why the science vessel should have lived there. D-Matrix going down on one of the Goliaths. And that Goliath is probably going to die, but it tanked enough damage from that sunken colony. And this base will be going down. Sheepdog on one base. Man, it's amazing how this game It went from Zimp being down by so much, and then as soon as he expanded, as soon as he got this expo up here, it was immediately, oh shit, he's winning by a lot.
I can't express how dead Zimp was, and he still managed to win.
Certainly looking like it. He's ahead by about 40 supply. There are some Unilets coming in though, attacking a bunch of siege tanks.
Oh wow!
That just do not care. They do not care. Their pilots have gotten out, are taking their coffee break somewhere else. There's nobody manning those siege tanks. And Zimp's just going to allow them all to be destroyed. That's actually going to come kind of close to evening up the supply. Oh, man. Even with some nice moves like that, I don't think there's anything Sheepdog can do to come back. Just because where throughout the majority of this game, anybody could have expanded at any time. But now, Sheepdog, I really don't think he's going to be able to. Vulture Harass going in on Sheepdog's last base, they're going to be able to kill off half of the drones, if not more. That's certainly more than half the drones. There are only 3 left. Yeah, 3 left. Nope. Yeah, 3 left. There we go. That drone was hiding from me. But man, there's just no plausible path. Hello?
Hello?
Fuck. There is one loose Ethernet cable on my computer, and it just randomly unplugged.
But you had such an epic timing, right when the GG pops off.
Yeah.
Awesome. Oh, I gotta go to toilet.